Yeah, of interest, Anthony, is Dr. Mike Licona. He's a big apologist for the resurrection
Good.
of Jesus.
Hmm.
But it might be interesting for the public to know, and I just found out that
Mm.
Dr. Licona believes that this story, which is only unique to the Gospel of Matthew, and which has, as far as we know, no historical basis outside
Mm.
the New Testament.
Hmm.
But Dr. Licona believes this is not a real event. This is somehow figurative resurrection, not an actual resurrection, which fascinated me because, again, Dr. Licona is one of the big apologists for the resurrection, that there actually was a resurrection of Christ, but he nonetheless denies this event because of its uniqueness and because it cannot be found outside of the Bible. So I thought that was interesting.
Well, he's given up his belief in Scripture, I would tell him. You can't say I'm a sola scriptura person. I believe in the words of Scripture and then flat out deny what's written there. It's very easy. There's nothing difficult about what's written there. We do not have the right to tell God what he can say. And so I'd be trembling in my boots if I took that view. What else do I decide not to believe because I don't like the look of it? This was a foreshadowing of resurrection. These people were resurrected even ahead of the time that Jesus was. It happened then at the time the curtain of the temple was torn in two. This was at the moment where Jesus died in verse 50. You have it very clearly there. At that point, then, the rocks were split. The tombs were also opened, and many persons of the sleeping saints, many sleeping true believers from Old Testament who had fallen asleep in death, were raised actually. They were resurrected. Jesus hadn't been resurrected yet. But after he later was resurrected on that Sunday, then these people came out and made themselves known. And they were recognized. Obviously, they probably were people who died within recent years. They were recognized, and no doubt they died again. I don't think they were resurrected to immortality, probably not, but they were resurrected like Lazarus, who probably died again. He wasn't resurrected to immortality, but they made themselves known to friends who knew that they'd been dead. So that's an absolute miracle. And the chronology is to be paid attention to very carefully, though.